Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the video. Vlogmas day 21, December 21st. We are still going strong. And what I want to do today is talk about, is Vlogmas worth it? Don't mind me, I'm just looking at some notes I wrote down for these videos. So, Vlogmas, what is it? From what I understand, it's when on YouTube you post a daily video, a daily vlog, or video, mostly a daily vlog from December 1st all the way till December 25th. I decided to do it this year all the way through December 31st. I wanted to do it for the entire month, posting a daily vlog. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because I did this 2 years ago and I did see some really good results. People really enjoyed it. I saw some really good growth for the views and the subscribers, but this was back when I only had 500 or 600 subscribers, something like that. Now currently we're sitting at 2,100 subscribers. Quick side note, wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been subscribing lately. Quick reminder to consider subscribing. It's totally free if you like this content, and thank you for clicking subscribe. Alright, so I wanted to see if this would really make a difference in me, if it would make a difference in the views, subscriber count. I wanted to see what I would get out of it. And I have a couple of notes, a couple of good, couple of bad. Let's talk about it. Alright, let's talk about the good things that came from doing Vlogmas. The number one thing is I got very, very comfortable talking to you, the camera. One of the main things that I noticed I was struggling with, and it's a rookie mistake, was I was looking at myself over here, which is where the flip out screen is on the Sony cameras. And I was always looking, saying, oh, like, how blurry is that background? Is the lighting okay? But I found that in every single video, it's like I was looking over here. So when you're talking to someone in real life, you don't look at them over there or look up, unless you're Jim trying to prank Dwight and looking all the way up at his hair. But you don't normally do that. Like most people, you look them in the eye when you talk to them. So that's one thing that I really started to notice, and I started to get a lot more comfortable just checking the shot, making sure I'm center in frame, making sure I wasn't all the way over here, making sure it wasn't super blurry. Like, for example, right there, it's actually locked onto me pretty good. There we go. Now it's focusing on the thing in the back. It's not focusing on me. So once I just figured out I'm in focus, the shot's okay, I just kind of quick reference it. Boom, there we go. I'm looking right at the camera. I also got very, very comfortable talking to the camera. My voice volume has gone up, especially in public, taking the camera out. And this is something that I really, really, really just have to say came from talking to the camera every single day. It is my job, after all. I do this full time, so this has really been something really helpful that I just got super, super comfortable talking to the camera. The first week or so, up until last week, and we'll talk about why, I was super, super productive. For the first time since I left my corporate job, I really felt like I was working 8, 9, 10-hour days. And I always figured, well, at corporate, at my old job, and any job I've had since college, I'm about 12, 13, almost 14 years out of college at this point. I've always worked hard, and I've always worked after 5 o'clock. I left 5 o'clock I left at 5 o'clock if I was burnt out or if I had something to do, but I always wanted to give it my all. So for the first time in doing this for 3.5 months at this point, coming up on 4 months, I really felt like I was putting in an 8, 9, 10-hour day, which is great. But the day was actually spread out because I would take breaks and then I would work late at night. Like time of filming this video, for example, it's currently just after 6 o'clock and I just started filming a couple of minutes ago. So that was great. I got very productive and I started to actually post the Vlogmas vlogs while also posting videos on top of that about style or cycling. And then the New York City vlogs were just pretty much the Vlogmas. So I just those go hand in hand. Vlogs, New York City vlogs. Those are my 3 topics that I do on this channel. Style, which is probably the biggest one, probably how you found me. Cycling, which many of you have seen, my TCR, my Wabi, my Trek Domani, all that stuff. And then in New York City vlogs, the New York City vlogs don't do too well. They don't get a lot of views, but I really enjoyed doing them. I enjoyed just going into Manhattan, taking the subway. So that some of those started to do really well. So I was doing a whole bunch of different stuff, and there was one day I went to Long Island City, and I remember I filmed 3 different videos in one sitting, and I never did that before. I filmed 3 videos sitting in this home studio, just kind of filmed. My light was crooked. I filmed 3 videos before, like batch film. Like I took a morning, just filmed 3 or 4 videos, and then edited them the afternoon to the evening and the next day. But it was the first time that I actually learn that, hey, I'm here, I have an idea, I'm going to make a video about this while I'm vlogging. And I even said that in some of the videos. So I got super, super, super productive and felt like I got a lot done. All right, now let's talk about the bad, or the things that weren't so good. Last week, I came down with a bit of a head cold, and it really wasn't that bad. I didn't have a chest cold. I didn't have any cough. I didn't have a sore throat. I was just generally more fatigued and more tired. But what ended up happening was the studio got really messy, and I stopped doing the vlogs. Now, I still had videos saved up because it was on Monday I started to feel a bit rough, but I still batch filmed a bunch of videos, and I was able to post them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I lost a lot of momentum since I got sick. Today is Thursday right now. So about a week ago was when I first started to feel a bit better, but then my wife got sick, and then we were doing things. We had to go and meet up with some family. I think I posted a vlog about that when I mentioned about that outfit that I was wearing, the polo shirt with the sweater, the blue sweater. I talked about, a super versatile outfit. It'll be up here, and I think the video did pretty well. So you probably, again, if you're watching this video, you probably saw it pop up in your suggested feed. If not, take a look at my channel. Plenty of videos. I think I got 350 videos right now. Shameless plug, got to do it. But when I got sick, I lost a lot of momentum. And then when I was feeling better, we ended up having to, it's December, it's coming into the end of December, a lot of family get-togethers and family is around. And then my wife, Brianna, actually got sick, so I'd take care of her. And then on Monday of this week, we went out to my mom's house, and we just got back today. So I kind of got taken out of my element, and I lost that momentum. And I didn't like it, but at the same time, it's the end of December, it's around Christmas, it's around New Year's, it's around the holidays, and a lot of times family is in and family wants to see each other, so I couldn't necessarily just say, no, I just got to do this daily vlog. But it was a bit tough because I filmed things like that I knew weren't going to do too well, like my mom's dog Louie, for example, love hanging out with him, used to live with him for a couple of years, and we used to be really attached. But those videos, they just don't do so well. They don't do as well as the style videos, that how to lose weight, how to look more muscular, how to ride your bike on gravel, how to this, how to that. The how-tos and the style videos and the cycling videos, the ones that have a bit more of a structure, those do a lot better, but it's a lot harder to do that when I'm out of my element, which is just outside of my office and outside my normal day-to-day routine. The next thing that happened was I gave myself that deadline of every single day I'm posting a video, I'm posting a vlog. That was good because it forced me to be more productive and have a better work ethic, or bring my work ethic into my own business, which is this YouTube channel. But now I was just more focused on getting anything out versus taking the time to batch film and then actually go ahead and post a good video that's going to get good views. I'm not saying views and subscriber growth is everything, but as someone that's doing this full time, the more videos I can put out that get good views, the more the channel is going to grow, and eventually the more the channel is going to be able to pay my bills, and I'm going to be able to continue to do this full time till I don't want to do it. Right now I just have some money saved up and I'm able to just kind of take a shot at this, but if it doesn't grow fast enough, I am going to have to figure out something else in order to pay my bills and make money, because I don't have unlimited funds. And the next thing I learned, I kind of already knew this, is vlogs, they are both easy and hard at the same time. And this is like a whole separate topic. This could be a whole separate video. But vlogs, think about a vlog. Everyone just thinks they could take their phone, they could take their phone, or they could take their small point and shoot camera and just go around and film their day. And true, it's easy, but you got to think, what are you doing that day? A lot of times, I think there were 2 or 3 days in a row where I just kind of sat around and just filmed videos. And I think in one of the videos I even said I didn't post a daily vlog. I just posted regular videos like I normally post, because it would have just been, hey, I'm having coffee, filming videos. It's just very repetitive, very routine. And while it would have been super easy to just talk to the camera, check in every once in a while, but it wouldn't have made a very interesting video. So vlogs are easy because it gets you out of the house. You could just go to interesting places, especially if you live in a place like I live in New York City, and you can take the subway and you can go to the Empire State Building and you can meet up with people. Like I met up with my mom a few weeks ago, and that was great. We had some dinner, but if there's no plan, you can't just, or I find if you want the vlog to do well, it still needs to be structured and it still needs to have a good thumbnail, a good title. You got to have a theme. You can't just be all over the place. I mean, you can if you want, but you got to think of what are your goals. My goals with this channel are, again, I want it to grow so that I can actually make money off it, and this could be supporting me and supporting to pay my bills. Another thing about vlogs is, like, for example, right now I'm filming on a Sony full frame camera with a nice lens, so I get a nice blurry background. I can unblur the background, I can blur it out, but honestly, I could even use a phone. I could use a small point and shoot like my ZV-1 right here. I don't really need to worry too much about having the best equipment because I have full control over my environment. I have a light over here, light over here. I have the actual ceiling light and the ceiling light fan. I'm close to the microphone. I could even, I don't have the equipment for this. I could use a microphone like this and get a long cable, and I could hold it here. I could boom it out of the shot up here. That's called a boom, that big long boom arm. But I don't really need to worry about the wind noise, the low light. I don't need to worry about the rain, the snow. It's a controlled environment. In vlogs, you could be in the bright sunshine, so your phone or your point and shoot's gonna do fine. But what happens, like for me, I end up going into the subway, right? I go to the subway stations. That's how I get around Manhattan. That's how I get around New York City, unless I'm leaving the city. Now, here's the paradox. This camera, the Sony ZV-E1 with the 20mm f1.8 lens, this would do great in the subway because it's low light. However, I don't want to show this thing in the subway. This is a $3,500 setup right here, or maybe like, I don't know how much it is, but the camera body's pretty expensive. All the equipment that I use is all linked below if anyone wants to check out. They are affiliate links, but check it out. I mean, it's good equipment, but that also means it's a lot of money, and I don't want a chance someone seeing it and then they follow me and then they end up, you know, trying to steal it from me or trying to take it from me. So that's where on the subways, I just use my phone, and then the footage suffers, but it's still decent enough where I don't think this doesn't bother me. But that's the paradox about vlogging. You're out in the wind, you're out in the rain, it's bright sunshine, then you're in a dark place. You don't have control of your environment. Now, what you can do is you can control where you stand, right? So let's say this was a street lamp and I filmed like this. This is not a good shot because now all you see is the camera's actually doing its thing because I have it in auto mode right now. But let's say I was walking at night and then there's a street lamp behind me. This would be better to do because now the street lamp, the quote, the simulated street lamp is actually lighting me. This is a better shot than if we went like this. You could see the camera is doing its thing because I have it in auto mode. But you can't control your environment, but what you can do is you could actually say, okay, this is what I do. This street's very, very busy, very loud. Let me go down a side street because then I don't need to take a big microphone like the one I'm using or the one like this, because I love these big microphones. They sound great. However, they do stick out quite a bit and it just makes the setup a lot more bulky. So that's something I've learned with just, how to film in the vlogs. You can't move the lights around. You can't really control if it's windy or rainy, but what you can do is just control when you're going to talk to the camera. Make sure, a lot of times I say if you're filming with your phone, I use the term just hide from the wind. That seems to be the most convenient thing when using the phone. You don't have to worry about that if you're using a camera like the ZV-1 and you've got an ECM G1 microphone attached. This thing's going to sound absolutely amazing. So vlogs look easy, they're fun, but they also are incredibly hard at the same time if you want people to click on the vlogs, if you want people to stay engaged. Think about Casey Neistat, the vlogging professional. That's when I think that's the original YouTube vlogger for me, and I think for a lot of people. His videos were super interesting because he was doing a lot of interesting things. So that's just something that I've always learned in doing these daily vlogs. I've definitely continued to experience that. Now, if I didn't do Vlogmas, what I was doing before is I would just batch film, let's say 4 or 5 videos on a Monday, and then just take the rest of the week and film them that way. Take the rest of the week and edit them. That way I had videos to go out there and actually just post every day. But I will say this. That almost caused me to be lazy because I was only getting in front of the camera once a day or once a week. The rest of the days I didn't talk to the camera. And when you don't talk to the camera for a week, when you first pull it out, it takes a little while to get comfortable with looking at the lens, hitting record, just starting. It's always a bit weird. You hit record and kind of just sit here, but I just have to get a bit warmed up and then I'm good. A lot easier to do that if you're actually talking to the camera and hitting record. And I follow Think Media and they say you gotta just press record. So if you press record, I've noticed if I press record every single day, it actually helps my camera confidence and it just helps my brain and it just helps my brainstorming. It keeps me more motivated and I get that momentum going where I'm filming and then I'm editing and then I'm filming and then I'm editing. But I will say that I probably would be filming 1 or 2 videos a day and then posting them. And then that way, let's say I knew, okay, I'm going to go to my mom's house for 3 days or we're going to go to our in-laws for a few days. I know I can take time to batch film, let's say 5 or as many videos as I can sitting in the studio about whatever. I have a whole bunch of ideas I write down on my phone. I know I can sit here rather and batch film, and then I can just take my laptop with me and then just edit and post as I go. And that's one of the great things about my setup. Just this is what I use. I edit on everything. This is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's a 2021 model, just the M1. I don't even have, those are all the ports that I have. That's all I got right there. But this is perfect. I don't use any external monitors. I don't use anything. I just got this and I'm good to go. For anyone that wants to actually start editing, if you don't think you need a bunch of monitors, sure they help, but I do all my videos, all my editing on a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I don't feel like the screen's small enough. I use the trackpad, I use the keyboard. It's totally fine. I'm really happy. This thing I can just take anywhere, so I can really work anywhere. Something else that grows the channel is YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts I actually have a weird relationship with. The way I do shorts basically is I film these long form videos and then I post them and then I go through them because I talk so much and I say so much in a lot of my videos. I actually take some of the points of it and I just, little sections of it and I can just post them. And I can do all of this, or you can do all of this just on your phone on the YouTube Studio app. If you're a YouTuber, you probably know the YouTube Studio app. You can just do it straight from the phone. I think that is absolutely great. Or maybe just the YouTube regular app, but you can do it straight from your phone and that's something that's really helpful. I will say that can be super tedious. It's a lot more fun to sit at the laptop and edit through Final Cut Pro, which is what I use. But YouTube Shorts are weird just because some of the shorts just take off and then some of the shorts don't do too well. But YouTube Shorts is one of the #1 things that have really accelerated the growth of my channel. So doing the vlogs, I had to just make sure going forward that they don't take away from the things that are going to grow my channel, like the YouTube Shorts, like the style videos, like the how-to videos, the cycling videos. And instead of just going out in Manhattan and just walking around saying, hey, Merry Christmas, we're getting some coffee, maybe it'd be, I have to think about, okay, let me talk about how to be safe in the subways. Let's talk about how the city is. Find a theme for the vlogs. It's going to do a lot better and tell much better of a story. Like they say, story and audio is everything. It's story, then audio, then image quality. So moving forward, daily videos will continue through the end of the year, December 31st. After that, I will just reassess the situation and see what happens. If anything, I'll just go back to not posting any long form content on the weekends, just taking that time. It's nice to have a break just because, on the weekends, not posting any long form means I wasn't actually looking and seeing how the views were doing, responding to comments. I'm still filming, but just not posting meant that I didn't feel like I was in a hamster wheel. And what I really enjoyed doing, this is just something I do, is I would film and work through the weekend and then I go into Monday with 2 or 3 videos all set and then just post it. And that's another thing that I just realized just talking about this. Sticking to a schedule might actually not be the best for anyone that wants to grow a channel. It might just be better to just film, edit, post, film, edit, post. Don't just go 3 or 4 weeks and then don't post anything and then all of a sudden you post, don't post 5 things in 1 week and then nothing for 2 months. You gotta be more consistent than that. But if you're actually able to post videos daily or post videos a couple times a week, sticking to a schedule can either hurt your channel or it can help your channel, depending. I pretty much found what works for me. So daily videos will continue. They may not be in a sit-down vlog format like this if I don't have anything interesting to say. If it's a video I wouldn't want to watch, then I wouldn't post it. But there will be some vlogs. There will be a little bit of everything on this channel like there has been, but it'll be a little bit more intentional. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate. And let's ring in the new year together. And let's continue to have some fun, be safe, and everyone enjoy everything that they're doing this holiday season. As always, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I will talk to you in the next one. See you tomorrow.